Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to all my wonderful students. I hope you all are fine, fit and healthy at your home. Once again, welcome back students for subject English for class 7. We continue today also with unit 1, that is 3 questions which is retold by Leo Tolstoy. Now students, we have seen part 1, we have completed part 1. I just revise what we have seen in a part 1, that there is a king who want to know the answers for 3 questions, and for this he sent many messengers here and there. Now many people came to the court for giving the answers for these 3 questions, but the king did not get any satisfaction after listening the answers. So finally the king decided to go to the wise hermit in the forest. When he went to the forest to meet hermit, he had seen that the hermit is an old and weak person. When he went there, he had seen that the hermit is digging the beds, digging the earth. He took spade from the hermit and he himself started digging the earth. The king had said twice to the hermit that I came here for getting the answers for these 3 questions, and had repeated 2 times. But the hermit had not given any reply and continued waiting for the turn for digging the earth. Finally, the king had said 3 times, third time, that wise hermit, if you don't have any answers of these questions, so tell me, so I'll go back to my home. And that time, the king and hermit had seen that one man who's running and coming towards them. So now in a part 2, we will see that what happened and who is that man who's running and coming towards them. So everybody, first of all, open your honeycomb textbook and look at page number 10. We continue with this chapter with the part 2. The king turned round and saw a bearded man running towards them. His hands were pressed against his stomach, from which blood was flowing. Now look at, there is written bearded man. Bearded man means who has a beard. What's the meaning of beard? Beard means that the hair which is grown up on a chin. It's known as beard, dadi, So maybe the person has beard, and that's why here the word is used, bearded man, who's running towards the king and hermit, and he pressed his hands on his stomach. Means that something is wrong happened on his stomach. Might be it's injured by someone or himself. And that's why the blood is flowing from the stomach. When he reached the king, he fainted and fell to the ground. Fainted means, what's the meaning of fainted? It's already written lost consciousness. Means that became unconscious, behosh ho jana. So, what's the meaning of fainted? Behosh ho jana. He's become completely unconscious and he fell to the ground. The king and the hermit removed the man's clothing and found a large wound in his stomach. The king washed and covered it with his handkerchief, but the blood would not stop flowing. The king redressed the wound until at last the bleeding stopped. Now look at here, the king is helping the bearded man also. Earlier the king helped the hermit for digging the ground, for digging the earth, for digging the beds. Now when unknown person came towards them, the king knows it that the hermit is the old person and weak man. That's why, now look at here, he is doing a well treatment for this unknown person also. He removed the man's clothing and found a large wound in his stomach. Because he pressed his stomach, he put with force his hands there. So they understood that something wrong happened on his belly. So that time he removed that cloth and they had seen that there is a large wound. After the king cleaned the wound with a handkerchief, washed it means clean it with a handkerchief. And after, he just cleaned it again and again till the blood stopped flowing. After, the king redressed the wound until the bleeding stopped. Means again and again cleaning the wound, and again he is washing it and just making some treatment on it. The man felt better and asked for something to drink. The king brought fresh water and gave it to him. By this time, the sun had set and the air was cool. The king, with the hermit's help, carried the wounded man into the hut and laid him on the bed. The man closed his eyes and lay quiet. The king, tired by his walk and the work he had done, lay down on the floor and slept through the night. After the king has doing some treatment, the burdened man felt better and he want water for drinking. That time also, look at here, the king brought fresh water for this person. Now in a court, what the king is doing, he just command to the person, counselors or workers who bring everything ready and giving in his hand. But here, he himself carried water for this man, for this burdened man. He brought fresh water and gave it to the burdened man. Now it's almost night. The sun set and the air is also blowing very cool because it's a night time. The king, with the help of the hermit, carried this wounded man into the hut because might be this burdened man not able to go himself inside the hut. So this both man, king and hermit, both helping him to go inside the hut. And now this burdened man slept on the bed, but the king, who has done lot of hard work in a whole day, he dug the earth also. After he had this burdened man also, who is getting some injury on his stomach, who got some wound on his stomach. So whole day he has done work, so he became very tired. And after, the king just slept on the floor only. Slept is a past form of sleep. So past participle form of the sleep. Sleep, slept, slept. So he just slept on the floor. Now we know that in his court, he is not sleeping. He never sleeps on the floor. But here, though he is a king, he is not feeling any hesitation or any inferiority to sleep on the floor. When he awoke, it was several minutes before he could remember where he was or who the strange bearded man lying on the bed was. Because the king slept very well, might be whole night, because whole day he has done lot of hard work, so he became very tired, and when he slept he immediately got asleep. When he woke up in the morning, he did not remember that where he was and who's that bearded man who's sleeping on the bed. "Forgive me," said the bearded man in a weak voice, when he saw that the king was awake. Might be this bearded man was waiting for the king's awakeness. When the king awoke, that time immediately this bearded man said that, "Forgive me." Forgive me means pardon me. What's the meaning of pardon? Means क्षमा कीजिए. That maaf karna. It's known as forgive. So this bearded man in a very polite, in a very weak voice saying that, "Forgive me. I do not know you, and you're nothing to forgive, and I have nothing to forgive you for," said the king. And what the king said, "I don't know who are you, and there is nothing that for you to forgive." Means I don't know you, and why are you saying me that forgive me? "You do not know me, but I know you. I am that enemy of yours who swore revenge on you, because you put my brother to death and seized my property. I knew you had gone alone to see that hermit, and I made up my mind to kill you on your way home. But the day passed and you did not return, so I left my hiding place, and I came upon your bodyguard, who recognized me and wounded me. I escaped from him, but I should have died if you had not dressed my wounds. I wished to kill you, and you have saved my life. Now, if I live, I will serve you as your most faithful servant, and will order my sons to do the same. Forgive me." And why this bearded man saying again and again for forgiveness? Because there is one history between this bearded man and the king. Now look at here, this unknown person who already knows the king. And that's why he said that, "Might be you don't know me, but I know you very well." Who's saying this? The bearded man saying to the king that you might be don't know me, but I know you very well, that I'm your enemy. What this bearded man is saying, now look at here. He had seen that the king has doing a very well treatment with this person, and he has done he has given all the you can say treatment to this wounded man, bearded man, to make his wound good, proper. And that's why he realized himself his mistake. And what he said, "Forgive me, I'm your enemy actually. When I see in the morning that you are going to the hermit, that time this bearded man hid himself in a one place in the forest, because he's waiting for the king, that when he come back after meeting the hermit, he decided to kill the king." Now look at here. The hermit had not said anything to the king. The king though said in a part 1 that, "Tell me, if you don't have any answer, tell me, I'll go back to home." The hermit did not give any reply. The hermit had not said anything to the king. And the king stayed at his home. So what happened? The bodyguard who left there, who had seen this person, because the person was waiting whole day, but the king did not come back. When he had seen that it's almost sunset and the king did not come back, so he just came back from this hiding place. But when he came back, that time the bodyguard recognized that it's the enemy of king, and he make injury for these buried men, for these wounded men. But when he running and coming towards them, towards near the hermit's hut that time, who had helped this buried man, the king himself only. But what's the intention of this buried man? To kill the king. But here the king saved the life of these buried men. And that's why he sing again and again for forgiveness, that my intention was very wrong. I came here to kill you, but because of you only, I saved here. You saved my life. So that's why he's saying again and again that forgive me. Now look at here, students. The meaning of seized means took by force. Seized my property means I'm your enemy. Even you put my brother also to death. Even you have taken all my property also. So that's why I become your enemy only. Might be they have done something wrong, and he's a king. He has to do justice, and might be that's why these things happen. But look at the king is very polite. He has helped the hermit also and the burdened man also. And after what this burdened man realized, he realized his mistake, and he said that now I saw for you. If I live more, I'll do all work for you. As a servant, even I'd say to my son also that he'll also become your faithful servant. Faithful means very loyal and a true servant who will never do any, you can say that, who always do work with a trust, with a loyalty. That's why this burdened man is saying again and again for forgiveness. The king was very happy to have made peace with his enemy so easily and to have won him over as a friend. He not only forgave him but said he would send his servants and his own doctor to look after him, and promised to give back the man his property. So, what this king is saying? The king became very happy that finally I made a good relation with my enemy. Now look at here, he's the king, though he's not thinking that he came to kill me and I saved his life, so punish him, putting him in a jail, etc. He did not say anything. He did not give any order to any soldiers or bodyguard. But he became very happy that finally he made a good relation with his enemy. And he won his heart and he became a friend. Even he forgave also, and after he said that he would send a servant also to him and even the doctor also to take care of you. So not only forgave, the king forgave also, and after said that I'd send one servant also and I'd send my own doctor also to take care of yours. And he promised that I'll give your everything which I have seized, which I have took. So he promised also to give his property also. Leaving the wounded man, the king went out of the hut. Now look at students. In a part 1, we have seen there is two things happened. One, that many wise people came and given different answer, and king did not get any satisfaction, and he went to the hermit. He had the hermit. These both incidents happened in the first part. After, when the second part started, we have seen that the king had helped take care and look after the wounded man. So still something is left. What's left? The answers for the 3 questions. Yes, still the king had not get any answers for 3 questions. So now we'll come once again to that main part of this lesson, 3 questions. In the between, this burdened man enter, and the story of 3 questions is like left. So once again, we came to this story. We came to this main part of the story. related the answers for 3 questions. Now look at here. Leaving the wounded man, the king went out of the hut and looked round for the hermit. Before going away, he wished once more to get answers to his questions. The hermit was on his knees sowing seeds in the beds that had been dug the day before. The king went up to the hermit and said, "For the last time, I beg you to answer my questions, wise man." Now look at students, he's a king, though it's very polite. He has a whole kingdom. He has lots of property. He has many people who can do everything in a one order, in a one command. But look at the nature of the behavior of the king. He's so polite person. He himself dug the earth. Even he himself came to the hermit. He did not send any messenger or bodyguard or any soldier to bring hermit to his court. He himself came to this hut. Even he had slept also in his hut on the floor. He had the burdened man. Now here also once again he requested this hermit that he went outside where the hermit once again busy in his work, that he sowing seeds. Sowing seeds means to scatter seed over land for the purpose of growth. Beej bota hua. What this hermit is doing? He is scattering the seed over this land for the growing it. So this is known as sowing seeds. So once again he said that I beg you. Beg means request you. Request means like a very, very strong request, and that's why the word is written here beg. I request you to answer my questions, wise man. What is saying? Last time I'm asking you that give me the answers for 3 questions. Now look at, he's so polite, had not become angry on this hermit that I came here in your hut, I leave my court, I leave my palace and I came to your hut and you are not giving me answer, this and that. He's not become angry in a very polite way, in a very good manners. He's asking that last time I request you, please give me the answers for 3 questions. You have already been answered, said the hermit, still bending down to the ground and looking up at the king as he stood before him. And what this hermit is saying, you have already got the answers. Students, have you heard that the hermit has given answers for first question, this and that, for second question, this answer, for third question, this answer? No, we haven't seen any line in this lesson, in this part 2. But then also, why the hermit is saying that he already got the answer? Look inside the book. The hermit saying that you have already got the answer. The king is just standing near the hermit. Now let's see what's the answers for 3 questions. How have I been answered? What do you mean? Even the king also not understand, definitely, because the hermit had not said anything to the king. So the king also said that, how can I get answers? I don't understand what you want to say. Do you not see? Replied the hermit. If you had not pitied my weakness yesterday and had not dug these beds for me, you would have gone away. What this hermit said? Yesterday you haven't seen? You have already seen. Do you not see? Means if you had not pitied. Pitied means took pity on. Means kindness. If you have not kind towards me yesterday, it's the act of pity. Pitied, P-I-T-Y is the main form. Root form. Pitied is the past form. That had not pitied and pitied also past participle form for pity. So he said that if you had not shown the kindness towards me, towards my weakness yesterday, and if you had not helped me to dug the beds. Dig is the root word, dug and dug, past form and past participle form. These beds for me, you would have gone away. And definitely if he had gone away, so what happened? The person, the burdened man who hired himself to kill the king might be killed the king also. But he felt pity towards the hermit and he helped the hermit. And what happened? The sunset happened, the night time happened. That's why the king did not go to the home, did not able to go to the home. You would have gone away. Then that man would have attacked you and you would have wished you had stayed with me. So here the hermit is explaining that if you had not felt pity towards me, towards my weakness, and if you went at home, so what happened? The person might be attacked on you, but you wished that you stayed with me. So the most important time was when you were digging the beds. Now he's explaining this incident. First of all, what the hermit has explained, that you helped me. You feel pity towards my weakness and my old condition. And you dug my work. You dug my earth, means you had done my work. You helped me. So that time, what's the most important time? The most important time was when you are digging the beds. And I was the most important man. And what the hermit is saying, you know what's the second question? Whom I have to listen. Means here, in this situation, who is the most important man for the king that time? The hermit only, because the hermit is with the king. And to do me good was your most important business. And what the wise people had given advice, that do science, do religious worship, and do fighting, and etc. But here what the hermit is saying, that you have done a very good things for me. That is only your most important business, most important work. What's the most important time? That time to dug the earth. Then who's a very important person that time? The hermit. And to do good with this person is the most important work for the king. Afterwards, when the man reigned to us, the most important time was when you were caring for him. Again he explaining, look at here. The next situation is start from here. The first situation is still here, that you help the man. You dug the earth. It's the most important time. Then, who is the most important person whom he has to listen? The hermit. And what's the most important work to do? That the good things had done with hermit is the most important work for the king that time. I explaining another incident related wounded man. That when the man reigned to us, the most important time was when you were caring for him. Here he get the answer for the first question. What's the most important time? That when you have to take care of these wounded men. Because if you had not dressed his wounds, he would have died without having made peace with you. Means he will die inside his heart. He will take the bad thoughts related the king. But why he become the friends of king? Because he realized his mistake and he become the friend of king. Even the king also forgive and ready to give all the properties to the burdened man. So what the hermit is telling here, that you have made peace with this man. So he was the most important man. Who is the most important person for the king to listen? This time here is a burdened man. in a first incident, there is a hermit. And what you did for him was the most important business. And you have done a very good things for him is the most important business. So are you getting, students, here? How he explained? He did not say that this is your good, you have to do this in this particular time, you have to listen to only the doctors, only to soldiers, etc. And the hermit had not said also that you have to do religious worship only, you have to do this only, you have to do fighting only. Nothing. He has observed everything, and after he explained. So the king also understood very well. Now look at here. Remember then, there is only one time that is important, and that time is now. What's the answer for the first question? That what's the right time to begin something means now only. We don't have to delay for anything now. Now what are you doing? It's very important thing. So what's the answers for the first question? Now. That the very important one time that is important, and that time is now. It is the most important time because it is the only time we have any power to act. When the time is gone, you will never get it back. Yes, if the money is over, you can earn, you can do hard work and you can earn. Whatever is left or whatever you want, you can buy it. But time will never buy. Though if you have lots of money, you can never buy time. If it's passed away, just I give example that if the 8th March 2021 is passed away, it will never come back. Yes, in the next year, 8 April will come, but 8 April 2022 will come, not 21. Yes, 9 o'clock. It will come every day, at night also, in the morning also. But students, remember that the same date will not come. 8 April, 9 o'clock morning will never come. It will come in the next year, but then also the year is over, 21 is over, and 22 you will see. So that's why here the hermit is explaining that now is very important, because this present time will never come. So if you want to do anything, don't wait for the good time. Do everything in a present time. The present time is only a very good time to do everything. So are you get, students? What's the answers for the first question? This one. That present time is very important for everyone. For the king also, and even for everyone also, to do something. Now if you think that okay, exam time is not declared now, and we have a lot of time, 2-3 months there, 1.5 months there, so we'll do afterwards. No, today only. You learn this lesson today, so start learning question answers. Try to understand lesson from today only. We don't have to wait for the exam time. We don't have to wait for the exam timetable. Yes, present time will never come. If this time had gone away, it will never come back. Now look at the next question's answer. What's the next question? Which people should he listen to? The most necessary person is the person you are with at a particular moment. And what this hermit is given, what the hermit explained to the king, that it's not that we have to always listen the priest. We have to listen always to doctors and soldiers and wise people and musicians and etc. But here he says that we have to listen to the person who is with us. Means the person, if need any help, we have to help them. Yes? For no one knows what will happen in the future. We don't know what will happen in the future. So, who is the most important person? Who is the person who is with us in this particular time? And the last question, that is, what is the most important thing for him to do? That here, the most important business is to do that person good. Because we were sent into this world for that purpose alone. And what's the answers for the third question? That we have to always help people who's with us. You know, if you are at home, you have to do study also. Even you have to help your parents also. You have to maintain discipline at home also. You know what we are doing? We are throwing our clothes also here and there. After completing our dinner and lunch, we are not taking the dishes and etc. also. So that time what we have to do? We have to help our mother for serve food also, for prepare food also in the kitchen. After completed lunch, we have to take all the things back to the kitchen or near the wash place to wash it. So we have to help likewise. If we are in this school, we have to maintain discipline. We have to behave very polite with the teachers, with the friends. If any problems occur with the friend, we have to try to solve with the help of teacher, or if it's related like helping to students for understanding, so then also you can do for your friend. So wherever you are, you have to help according to these situations. So here, what's the important business? That we have to do a good things for the person who is with us. So in a beginning we have seen 3 questions, but at the end of the lesson, the king finally got the answers for these 3 questions. And the king was thinking that if I got the answers for the 3 questions, I'll be success always. But students, listen here. These questions answers are really helpful for us also. If we do likewise all the work, even we too become success in our life. Yes? So students, keep in mind of answers for these 3 questions, that we have to always do all the work in a now. If it's needed now, we have to start now only. We have to listen the person who is with us. And the most important thing for us to do good things with that person. So students, it's really very interesting lesson, even very helpful lesson for us too, to do something in our life, to become a success in our life too. So students, I hope that you got interest in this story. Still, if you have any doubts related to this lesson, you can write in the comment box. So first of all, I solve your doubts in a next video, and I'll go with the poem, The Squirrel. Thank you all and have a great day.